Hey girls, Maria Menounos here, author of the Every Girl's Guide to Life. Want to know my best tips and secrets for organization, travel, weight loss, beauty, fashion, and everything else in between? Go to bing.com/Maria and pick up my new book, The Every Girl's Guide to Life.
You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the MTV gift suites at the W Hotel in Los Angeles, California, and streaming live on Ustream, this is AfterBuzz TV for the real world. Tonight's host is Brant Pinividic. Joining Brant will be AfterBuzz co-hosts DJ Jesse Janity, TV's Maria Menounos, and Emily Harbert. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest real-world news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, picking up where the show leaves off and the buzz continues, Brant Pinividic!
AfterBuzzers, it's your boy DJ Jesse Janity here for The Real World, Season 25, Episode 20, leaving Las Vegas, and I'm here with my co-host, Emily Harbert, and we have some special guests here tonight. We got Brant Pinividic, Maria Menounos, and a very special guest, Tanya Chisholm. Yes, Tanya's from the Big Time Rush, which is Tanya. I'm so sorry.
You're so worried about saying the last name right?
I was like, Chisholm.
Cool. Everyone does it.
Like, I've seen him pronounce like characters' names wrong that he's been watching for like.
Yeah. I blame my Massachusetts accent.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You're not the first.
But so, Tanya, you're from the Big Time Rush. Is it a TV show?
Yes, it's true. A TV show on Nickelodeon.
And you've also been in High School Musical 2, correct?
Yeah.
Awesome. Now, are you a Real World fan?
I used to watch The Real World religiously in high school, and I'm still a fan, but I have not caught a lot of this newest season.
Well, it is 25 seasons. It's a lot.
I know.
Yeah,
So
it's a few generations of fans.
Yeah.
What's your favorite season?
Up to date, I think my favorite season is Seattle, and that's really taking it back.
Ooh.
But there was like I forget his name now, but the cutest guy on that season with like dark brown hair and green eyes. And I just remember me and my girlfriend like sitting up in her room, like being like, "Oh my god, like he's so cute."
Me and Emily are kind of going through that this season.
Yeah.
Who's your crush? Who's your crush?
Leroy?
I mean,
Is it embarrassing?
I like kind of have like here's the thing. There's this one character. I'll ask you this question. If your boyfriend...
We're getting right to it.
Here we go.
Okay, here's the Leroy one.
Wait for this one.
This isn't Leroy. This is Dustin.
Oh,
He's
wow.
tall, like all-American, gorgeous. I find him really attractive. Sorry, that's just my type. He's your boyfriend. You find out like 2 months into your relationship that he did like hardcore gay porn.
Would that be a deal breaker? Is the question.
Is that a deal breaker?
2 months in love.
How can you
Like really in love.
Reality TV love.
No, reality TV love. So
Yeah.
2 months is like roughly 3.5 years.
By the way, I know that's so not Disney Channel, Nickelodeon appropriate.
It's not.
But
But it's real world.
Come to
I mean,
set.
this is
Change
a
your
real world
mind.
decision. But let's take it back. Let's just say that you were dating a guy, you fell in love with him 2 months, and he said he did hardcore porn. Just hardcore porn.
I don't know. I think it would be a deal breaker for sure.
But then it would have been hardcore gay porn. Would that ratchet the...
That'd totally be a deal breaker.
Yeah. Now the question is it do we believe is it gay for pay as they call it?
Well, he claims it was gay for pay.
Does that even exist?
I think so.
Yeah.
Really?
Ooh, really?
Maria doesn't believe that.
That's not.
I think so. I mean,
gay for pay exists. I'm so glad you guys coined it something. That's
That's a phenomenal phrase.
For people who are tuning in and don't
When
know,
you were doing porn,
I
there
am
was none of that.
Exactly. I am a diehard Real World fan. So much so that I actually called MTV years ago and said, I'm tired of watching people host these reunions who don't even watch the show and are not asking the questions I want to ask. So
Right.
I started hosting them, and I've been hosting them for a very long time now. and I did host the Real World Las Vegas reunion. And I was trying to figure out, like, how do I ask him? I really want to know so much. Like, how does this work? Like,
It doesn't work.
am not, I like males. I can't imagine myself doing something with females for pay, so that's the only thing I can associate it with.
Well, I can imagine you doing something with females. So let's just start with that.
No.
Well,
It's different for a guy, for sure, because there are
That's
working parts that need to be part of the
Inserted.
action.
Whoa.
Whoa.
There are parts of your body that don't know the check. Like, they don't know there's a check behind it. So you can't fool that, you know?
Oh my
Well-
God, the money check. The
Oh,
cash money check.
I was thinking a whole different other type of check. So,
Teaching you so much.
Question-
There's checks and gay for pay and
Yeah.
question. So you say that there is gay for pay. So
Well, I think that some people could do that if they wanted the money. I
So-
mean, I wouldn't put it, that's not beyond the realm of possibility for someone
point.
to do in my mind.
That's
It
a good
doesn't
point.
necessarily make them gay, it just makes them
Listen,
money
really?
hungry.
With a
So
woman,
if you had a guy,
Very money hungry.
if you had a boyfriend and he told you he was gay for pay, you'd be like, okay, I get that you could do that.
By the way,
No.
no, it would definitely be
that means
breaking up
he's gay,
and
he did it for pay. That's gay and pay.
By the way,
It's
too,
different.
like, I do obviously. I mean, my affection for Dustin goes to a whole other level.
oh god.
But no, like, obviously he did lie to her for 2 months, and I totally
Yeah,
get
there's
that.
a lot of other
The
It's
lying
lying
like-
thing you can totally understand. Skeletons in the closet, everybody has them.
That's true.
When's the appropriate time to put that stuff on the
Before
table?
you
It certainly
fall in
isn't,
love with
hi, my name's
someone.
Dustin.
Ding 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 ding
call.
ding.
You
Before
might want
you
to
fall
know
in
the
love.
caliber of person you're falling in love
I mean, how
with.
many times have we seen that in a plot of a movie or a TV show where it's like, oops, I should tell them this. Oh, but I really like them. Oh, if I tell them, they're going to break up. And then it gets too far to tell them. And then it turns into this big moment. Surprise, that happened on TV. Amazing.
Yeah, but this is supposed to be the real world, guys.
Yeah.
But
What
also,
I'm saying.
I wonder, though, like, I don't know. I have so many things I'm wondering about. Jesse,
I have a
take
question.
it away. I'm
So-
confused.
Now you've done these shows on TV. Would you ever do a reality show like The Real World?
I don't know. I think that ship has sailed for me. I honestly, the reality shows seem so fun to me to do because you get to, like, it's like a sorority. And I was in sorority in college. It's like you get locked in a house with all these different people and you play around for like a few months, which seems really fun. But I could see myself getting in into some trouble there. and
So-
maybe embarrassing my family. So,
So
no.
breaking away from the Disney theme we have going on here.
We'll be sticking with that for now. I'll be your manager.
Your publicist wants to
Let's
shoot us
keep
right
it,
now.
Let's keep it classy.
Yeah, I know. Reality, no, not right now.
No.
So there's many forms of it, but the real world one's a little tough.
Yeah.
What about so with the Big Rush? Sorry, did I get that
Time
right?
Rush.
The Big Time
Rush.
Rush. And your kids are big fans.
My kids
of
are
the show.
huge fan of Big Time Rush. I've seen probably every episode many times in many different snippets as they watch the same ones over and over again.
Over and over.
I'm used to seeing those guys and doing that, so it's a great show.
It is fun. It's like the monkeys.
Now,
It
when we
is.
would be able to catch it again? Now, you just said you wrapped up the second season.
Yeah, we
Is
wrapped
just
shooting, but we
finished?
still have like at least 6 or 7 more episodes.
If you
that
turn on
haven't aired.
Nickelodeon right now, it's on.
It's on.
It's promoed, it's on. There's a commercial, there's a song, there's a video,
Yep.
there's a contest. I mean, there's.
Do you sing on
It's
it?
Big Time Rush.
I don't sing on it. I play the band's the assistant to the band's manager.
Got
So
it.
I'm the one that keeps everyone in line.
But do you
Chef.
sing like you were in High School Musical too?
I do
You
sing.
sing?
Now, how long have you
Say
been singing
something.
for?
Put you on the spot.
What should I
Really?
sing?
Go ahead.
Can I sing Amazing? Everyone
Yes.
like wants to sing Amazing, guys. Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.
There you go.
Wow.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Thank you.
I'm like getting the chills. That's
Forget The Real World.
great.
Have you heard of this show called The Voice?
I know.
Yes, I have
Wrong
heard of
show.
The Voice.
I know.
What is going on?
Actually, you know what? That's a pretty good point because you say, you talk about you're an actress now, you're not into the reality thing, but what reality TV has done over the past 4 or 5 years is really open doors into other areas where you can go on American Idol, which originally was a reality show, now is the largest springboard for any artist possible. So I wonder if you had that opportunity where someone was saying like, will you go out for an American Idol? Would you go out for a Voice? Would you go out for one of these shows where literally success in that could catapult your career more than anything else that you're likely to do on your own.
No,
Does that
that's
become
so
something you
true.
really consider?
I mean, I would consider it if that, like, I love singing and I love, like, I'm a singer, I'm a dancer, but for how difficult that the music industry is and how much more difficult it's become, I don't think I have the passion to just pursue that. So for me, my passion is in acting, and I want to be able to sing and be able to dance through that. And being able to do all those things has opened a lot of doors for me, but I want it to be within the framework of acting, because the business is so hard. If you don't want it, it's just so hard to do. So I'm open to singing, record deals, contracts, whatever, but
bring them on.
Right now, anyone.
Do you write it all?
I don't write. I'm not a songwriter. Maybe
So-
that'll come along later, but
What type of music, if you were a singer, how would you picture yourself? What type of music would you be into?
totally like India Arie type, Lauryn Hill.
I was gonna say, you picked Amazing Grace and you sang it go
I
girl.
love that gospel R&B. I mean, I love all types of music. Like Fish is one of my favorite bands, which is total hippie.
Yep.
To rap. I love everything. So
Kind of makes you wonder if they should do a celebrity version of American Idol.
see,
Anyone
that would
that's
be
had-
cool. That would be really
Well,
cool.
And now you have all these Disney
They kind of
fans.
did that. It was called Celebrity Duets.
Oh yes.
really?
Yep.
As one of the
But
shows I
duets
was
are
in.
remember that.
Here's what I wanted
Was
to
that one of your
do,
shows?
Like
I worked on it with
when they do the special performances on AI and stuff like that, I wanted the judges to judge this singers'
know.
performances.
Yeah.
I think that would be phenomenal.
Yeah, that is a good idea.
But
Well, I don't know that the singers would want that.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, if you're Pink and Randy Jack's gonna give you some advice, and be like, really?
Listen, Randy.
Really, Randy?
Shut it.
Honestly?
I know.
Shut the hell up.
But it would be really great television to spring that on them last minute, and then all of a sudden you're getting critiqued by Randy, and it's like, how do I handle this? Oh my God, I'm on national television.
They did that. They had American Idol World Edition one time, where they had all the champions from all of the world. They aired it as a special. I think it was on Christmas.
Cool.
And by that time, Kelly Clarkson was already a huge hit and a huge star in the United States. But she went there out of obligation to go and do the show. And so when she performed, it was Kelly Clarkson the star, not Kelly Clarkson the
Right.
Wait a
reality
minute.
show person.
We're talking about Kelly
the judges from the other countries were giving her critique.
Hold
and
on.
Simon was just like, what on earth gives you the right to critique this? You know what I mean?
Wait a
You
minute.
just feel you're like, why are you
We
giving her
just wrapped
advice,
up The Voice.
Okay, we just
Can we
wrapped up
talk
The
about
Voice.
our favorite stars? Leroy, Naomi,
That's a
Nene,
good point.
her,
And you know what?
Dustin.
Here's what I have to get back to. I have to go back to Gay for Pay only in the way
Let's get back to Gay for
question,
Pay.
which you deflected nicely. But if Dustin was your man in this situation, are you telling me that wouldn't be a deal breaker for you?
It would be a deal breaker for me, definitely. But
But you still stay friends.
We discussed this in the last, I have an affection for tall American-looking douchebags.
Love Canadians.
Douchebag being the key word.
Douchebag being the key word. So it's I don't know. That specific reason would be a deal breaker. Other reasons, not so much. But that would, especially if you lie to somebody. If he said I love you and then lied. Right.
Here's the
had been
thing.
lying for me.
I could forgive him for not having the strength to come tell
Come out
me.
with it, yeah.
Which
But
I think is why she
you're
forgives
having
him.
sex with me.
Right.
Yeah, that's where you kind of draw the line. It's
Okay.
called diseases, people.
Right.
No.
Well,
no,
wait. Let's
that's
talk about.
not
Let's
the
go
line.
deeper into diseases, Miss Disney. So.
Oh my God.
No. I'm so. Whoa! Don't
something
take that
that
the
we
wrong
don't
way.
know?
No. So in the real world, Naomi, one of the characters, her and Leroy, they have this little,
Friends with benefits.
a lot of benefits, we'll say.
Never funny.
Basically, Leroy hooks up with 3 to 4 girls a night, and then at
And
the
then
end
he
of
goes
the
home to
night,
her.
goes home to Naomi.
Oh my goodness. Leroy, I'm calling your mother.
Now, here's the question I ask most of the girls who come on the show. How do you let yourself say that we're going to have this open relationship, I'm going to be cool with it, but then you still, in the back of your mind, really want to continue that relationship? You really want something more than it. Why are you lying? Have you ever done anything in that? Not to that extent. Not to that extent. Not even gay porn, but I
He
mean.
wants to know how many guys have been sleeping with at the
Yes.
same time. Is that what it is?
I mean,
No,
let's get
that's an
down to
inappropriate
it.
question. Is that where you're going with this?
No, that's not what I'm getting to.
Okay.
But I mean,
I get your question. I mean, I think that the girl is lying to herself, that she's like okay with that. I mean,
100%.
yeah, if you're a woman who respects herself and has like a good self-esteem, like you wouldn't allow a guy to do that to you, and you wouldn't allow yourself to lie to yourself and say like, oh, like I'm okay with this, even when you're not.
Right.
Like you said, clearly she's not. If
She's
I don't think
upset.
women are built that way.
How long are you dating someone until you expect them to be exclusive with you?
Well, to be honest, I wouldn't. If I was dating someone, I wouldn't date somebody else. Like I feel weird, even if we weren't like didn't have the together talk.
Right.
If I wanted to date someone else, I would tell that person.
Right.
'Cause it
But are
feels dishonest
putting
to me.
that expectation on someone you're dating?
Maybe not, but I guess I would ask. I mean, if we had been dating for like 3 months and he hadn't said anything about it, which of course he would, because okay, I'm just kidding.
I don't think you would. I
Just
mean,
kidding.
if you're not exclusive,
Well, I don't think I would date anyone non-exclusive.
Yeah.
but you have to start dating someone
Right,
non-exclusive,
like
and it
dating, like
grows.
going on dates.
Right.
But
Well,
when we get to
when
the
you're on
point
the
where like
real
in a
world,
relationship and you're
That's as close as you can get, right?
That's true. We're
But
talking
he
about a
had
very
the-
specific type of
He had
relationship.
the best
here.
line this episode, in the season finale, because she married, like, she wanted to go home, saying she got a husband in Vegas. She wanted to cross that up
Every
off
young
her
woman's
bucket list.
dream.
God, this season was so good. You have to
So-
watch it
I
on
should go back and
Saturday.
Wait a minute.
So she married like the most innocent, like I don't know if sweet, but like the most innocent boy, and he was like, "I'm not giving you a wedding night. I'm not going to sleep with you." And so Leroy, who's his roommate, they like share an actual room. He goes, "Because he's my best friend and roommate, I am going to destroy his wife tonight." I was like, "Oh
It's the real world.
It's kind of
they're
brilliant.
boys.
Tanya, they are
They're
crazy.
boys.
Oh, no.
they're best
They got to do
friends."
things like that for each other.
This
Well,
season, I have to say, was absolutely like
Spectacular.
crazy fun to watch.
Which is really, I mean, after 25 seasons, you would expect that the audience would just be like, I can't get into this anymore, I can't commit. But it has continued to deliver over and over again. And probably one of the more real seasons, like truly, you really felt very voyeuristic watching it.
did you feel like they were your real friends? I felt like I went through an actual
Yes.
friendship with each one of the characters, and I've never felt like that.
It's really
and
sad, Jesse.
It really is.
Just kidding.
No, it's
She
no,
still
no,
misses her guy.
girl.
Yeah,
It's
you're talking to the girls that miss the guy with the green eyes.
I know, that's true.
But you know, it's funny. I'll tell you, I understand what you're saying because we're so in their lives, we're so entrenched in their highs and lows that you go through it with them. And I've seen them in LA here or there, and I'm like, oh my God, and I go, wait, I don't know that person.
right.
Totally. I do
You're like,
that
don't
to
I
people
recognize
actually
you?
all
Wait a
the
minute,
time.
no, I
Like, did you
don't.
go to UCLA? I was, oh
Yeah.
no, you're Heidi Klum.
Yes! That happens with people on TV in general. Like,
Yeah.
and TV stars will tell you this. It's very different between movie stars and TV stars. With movie stars, there's a barrier. With TV
Right.
stars, they're in your
Yeah.
living room.
Yeah, exactly.
So that
Makes
you
sense.
feel that friendship in a weird way.
And even this season, I think it was, for me, it was personally different because social media is so big right now. I would watch the show, and I knew so much about their relationships, what they have after shows, then each one of them has their own after show, and then they're tweeting all the time, Facebooking.
And there were crazy, angry tweets that were
Yes.
flying, and
Yeah.
we talked about that on the reunion.
By the way, Leroy was a trending topic
I
because in
believe
this
it.
episode it was really depressing. He found out one of his closest friends had been murdered by
Yeah.
a police officer. Oh my God. And as that was going on, like Leroy was a trending topic on Twitter, and I was like,
He's that
oh my
big.
God, okay, this is crazy.
You need to
Like,
see
people feel
Leroy.
so-
You need to
I'm
see
gonna have
It's
to
Leroy.
an
go
interesting
and check
topic
it out.
because the world right now is much different than it was 10 years ago when the show was in its heyday, when there was no Twitter and there was no Facebook and there was none of the YouTube, there was no other way to get that real world fix. I wonder if you guys think that the ability to tweet and keep up with them and be in time with them has helped give the show a resurgence.
I mean, honestly, I've watched. I could say there's maybe about 4 or 5 real world seasons I haven't seen out of the 25. And I've never connected with all of the characters. I mean, like, she knows.
Yeah.
Every week, I hate Mike. I hate this one. Then the next week, I'm like, okay, well, I love her.
I think it's some redeeming qualities.
I mean, like, And it's just even seeing in their relationships, and I watch the Jersey Shore too, so it's like you get the Sammy and Ronnie relationship in the Real World house right now. But at the same time, like, I believe Heather and Dustin because I feel like I'm going on the journey with them.
You're watching a docuseries.
Yes.
But even with the tweets, it's like they're really living this. They're really going through it.
I think what's cool about the Real World too, with the Jersey Shore, with It Happened in the Hills, It Happened, all these other shows, they became, all of the characters became celebrities. So we would know what was going to happen on the show before it aired. But this, you have no idea who's going to be on the show. So it's like everything comes as a surprise, which I really like.
Do you find that after watching the Jersey Shore and a lot of those shows that the Real World now looks more authentic than you might have thought? Because there are differences between the way the characters on the Jersey Shore play with each other. Yeah. You can certainly see storylines develop, put together their interactions, and then when you watch the Real World, it does seem much more organic and authentic in the character.
I feel like the Real World is really stuck to their structure and stayed consistent. And that the Jersey Shore, you're right, you feel it'll be a little bit more.
Jersey Shore is really a reality primetime soap.
Right.
Right, yeah, totally.
So it's literally like Ronnie and Sammy. They're that core couple that just break up and get back together. Break up and get back together. So it's really, it's kind of in the way that like Kardashians is like Full House reality.
Which I think we accept now.
Yeah,
like I kind of accept that it's a TV show, but it feels like it's reality.
Yeah.
And so that like draws you in a little more. But you expect the theatricalness of a TV show, you know? The theatrics.
And also with this, I think we're being called to a commercial break. So before we leave, I want to thank you so much for coming here.
Thank you guys, it's so fun.
And let everybody know where we can catch your show, when we can see you. Any new
Twitter,
projects coming up?
My Twitter's at Tanya Chisholm. Check me out on Facebook, Tanya Chisholm. Big Time Rush is still on Nickelodeons. Usually it's Friday at 8, but Nick is crazy. Like
just turn Nickelodeon.
They'll put it on anytime. So just keep watching.
And what's your favorite TV show?
My favorite TV show right now? Okay, favorite reality TV show right now, Mob Wives.
Oh, we love Mob Wives.
Oh.
Now we
Love
do
Mob
an
Wives.
after show for Mob Wives, so you're going to have to start watching AfterBuzz.
Yeah. I'm calling in.
Awesome.
Thank
All right,
you
well, we'll
guys.
see you guys right after the commercial break.
Want to find out what the AfterBuzz is about?
Janice is a drama queen.
This is the divide that is going to carry the series.
Give us a call. 424-256-1729. 424-256-1729.
It's television, and they want it to be as dramatic as possible.
I mean, it's Shakespearean.
You never know what goes on behind closed doors.
Find out why AfterBuzz TV is the #1 source for after-show content.
Now, in the eyes of Jimmy, Nucky is a villain.
424-256-1729. 424-256-1729.
I mean, who would you guys rather hear that from? Your husband or your best friend?
The wig will come out.
When the TV show is over, get your AfterBuzz on.
All right, and we are back, and we're back with a new special guest. We're just like, they're swarming the AfterBuzz table today.
Just switching it up on
Miss
you guys.
Valerie Ortiz, how are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We're good.
Doing
Thank you for
super.
joining us.
Thank you.
Now, welcome to the Real World AfterBuzz TV After Show. Are you a Real World fan?
You know what? I'm not like a fanatic. I watch some here or there, but I don't TiVo it.
Okay.
Oh, you got
I
to
have to-
start.
I know,
In fact, actually, my reunion show for
Yes.
the Real World Las Vegas, because I tape their MTV reunion shows, airs
Next
next
week.
Wednesday on my birthday, actually. So it'll be.
A
I'll be
super
sitting
day.
in watching it now. Airs next week, so you have 6 days to catch up.
Oh man, that's some pressure, but I'll do it. I'll do it for you.
Have you seen any of the episodes this year?
No, none of them.
Girl,
Fail.
shame
I
on
know.
you.
Ultimate.
No. Now, Valerie, you are in. You're in Pretty Little Liars, correct?
No, I'm not in it. I'm in the ABC Family Lounge. I host that. Well, it was before Pretty Little Liars, and then I'm back in this Sunday, and it's going to be maybe in front of a different show, but it's all for ABC Family.
Okay. Now, what is that exactly?
The ABC Family Lounge?
Yeah.
Well, the one I did before, we just did promos, kind of teach the girls, the viewers how to like do this hairs, like the, girls on Pretty Little Liars, or, they're using this skincare product, so do that kind of thing.
So do you host it?
Right.
Oh, cool.
Right.
Very
Now,
cool.
you're also in a Diary of a Single Mom.
Yeah, Diary of a Single Mom. It's a web series I did with Robert Townsend and Monica Calhoun, Billy D. Williams, just a whole bunch of amazing
And how
people.
long has that been going on for?
We have 3 seasons
What?
on right now. We've won some awards. It's like my little passion project. It's on the PIC.TV. And it's just so cool because you watch the show and it kind of incorporates, like let's say you don't know how to get your GED or you haven't gotten it or you don't know how to do a resume. You watch the show, learn these things from the characters and be able to click on the actual website to take you to, you know, different sites or different links to learn how to do these things, kind of get entertained and educate.
How did you get involved with that?
Well, I actually worked with Robert Townsend on a series called South of Nowhere back in the day, and so I auditioned for it, and I got it, luckily. So cool.
And what is your character?
My
involved with
character
that?
is Lupe Ramirez, and
Lupe.
you know, and season 1, she's lost. Her priorities are a little messed up. She has 2 kids, 2 different baby daddies.
Who doesn't have 2 different
You
baby
know.
daddies?
So she's kind of finding herself, and then she meets 2 women, and they're all kind of single moms getting together to help each other out.
Now, do you have any kids of yourself?
I don't.
You
I have a
don't.
puppy.
Close.
Little Yorkie. Her name's Miley. Do you have a dog?
I have 5.
No, she's all no. All right, so let me ask you this. If next year MTV came and said, we're doing Real World Valerie edition,
I'm going to say, is Maria in it?
there you go. Who would you invite? Who would be like your secret crush, special crush to be locked in the Real World house with you?
Good question.
Ay. Oh my gosh, I don't know.
Okay, you don't have to pick one. You can pick a few of them.
Anybody, any star?
Anybody locked in the Real World house with you.
Ay, Dios
Delicious.
mío. I'm married, so this is like a bad question.
It's even a better question.
Who knows who your secret crushes are?
I don't know.
Yeah, you gotta be like
you
a
know
lemon.
who's really cute? This is so bad, but
Yeah.
doing another reality show. You know Roberto on was it The Bachelor?
He Ali.
Of course, I'm
And
like,
Yeah, the dark hair guy.
Yeah, he was like baseball player or something.
Wow.
He's a cutie, but
That
you know,
goes deep.
no offense to Ali and I like
Yeah,
them
she-
and all that, but
Well, now, would
Wow,
you
made an
ever?
impression.
I know.
Whoa.
No, it's so funny because my sister-in-law loves him too, so she'd be jealous.
You guys would have been fighting over.
I know.
Could you ever see yourself doing a show like The Real? I mean, you're married now, so that could kind of.
Well,
Like
maybe.
10 years or like 5 years ago.
5 years ago, yeah.
5 years ago.
I think so. I think it'd be fun. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'd be the one that people are like, that girl's boring. Like, she's a homebody.
You're
like,
not
she
a
wants to play
partier.
games. Like, what is that? Yeah, that'd be me.
Maybe that'll be a new show, Real World meets Temptation Island.
Tell
all
us
married
about
people.
your experience here at the Gift Suites today, because obviously we're broadcasting live from the Feinstein
are.
McGuinness MTV Movie Awards Style Lounge. Have you gone to these before?
Yeah, I have back in the day. It's cool. It's really neat. I love talking. There's one of these ones that are my favorite that they have these bags, and every time you get a bag, they give it to a buddy with Down syndrome. So a child with Down syndrome. So that's my favorite so far. I'm in love with them. So
So sweet.
That's
but
cute.
this is it's fun.
Do you get to mingle and meet other stars while you're here? Like, how do you experience
Yeah,
it?
I saw Kara from I'm a huge Biggest Loser fan. Again, like I'm like the dork. So I was like, Kara, you go.
We had her on the show earlier. Yeah.
So I love seeing her because I like that show.
So you just talked about that charity in the Real World. Actually, last night they had
Jesse's like, I'm bringing this
Back to the Real World.
I like that. I like
Back
that.
to reality.
I respect that.
Thank you. So in the Real World last night they did this charity. It was called the Down and Derby event.
It was, well, the charity was called Kids That Rock, I think.
Right.
Like Kids That Rock, and they were raising money because they were taking music out of public schools.
Like VH1 Save the Music and
Yeah, it was
Okay.
one of those types.
what are those? So last night they did this. They dressed up in 70s outfits. They went to a roller rink and what did they make? They created a guitar. Heather
Dustin ended up
and
getting
Dustin, who have fallen in love in 2 months. The girls on this show, as much as I love
Jesse,
them,
keep rolling your eyes about falling in love in 2 months,
Listen,
and I will
that's
say,
the way it works on those shows.
When you are stuck in a house with people, and most of these shows do not allow you to talk to anyone on the phone. You can't do much
You
else.
have
2
no
days
idea.
feels
I have,
like 2 months.
I have produced hundreds of episodes of shows like this, and the sort of suspension of reality happens so fast. Even after doing it so many times, we go in the back crew while we're watching the monitors going, is this really happening? Do they not know that we're filming this? Like, do they not understand? Like, they just got here yesterday? Like, it happens so fast, and it is so intense that you separate from, bad pun, but the real world, that it is. 2 months on that show and being involved with each other is like going through an entire year or more. Yeah. But it's very intense.
Is that healthy too? I mean, because these girls on this show, they remind me a lot of girls from back.
Dr. Drew?
Yes.
Healthy.
Can I tell you something?
Jesse.
Healthy is, I hate to say it, if you're on kind of any of these shows, like, it wouldn't be an awful idea to have one visit to a therapist's office.
Wow.
Like, I mean, see a lot of these people.
But I will say also, this is the same thing that happens on movie sets. So when you see all these stars who break up with their wives because they just fell in love with this person or that person,
I was just gonna say
it's usually like a month of filming together. They fall in love, and I'm telling you, I've been on a movie set for a month. You can very easily have something like that happen with people you would never even look twice at before. Because you are stuck in a really unreal situation. You're using up all of your time with one person. You're finding all of
You're
the
together
good
24 hours a day,
traits,
7 days a week.
all of the good traits all at once. It speeds everything up. So I actually believe that Dustin and I can't remember her name right now. Heather.
Me too.
Really did feel like that.
So what happens when they go back to the real
It's
real
over.
world?
Well,
If they don't live near each other.
It's certainly different than nowadays when they can actually still tweet and talk and their cell phones. It's different. But Val, you must have gone through that on sets or whatnot where you form bonds with people right away.
Yeah, kind of.
And then you think you're going to be friends for after the show's done or after the event's done, and all of a sudden you're like, oh,
it's like
wait.
high school. Like, you're
exactly.
best friends forever. KIT, keep in touch. And then you never hear from them
It
again.
happens all the time. I know. Like every time you're like, we're gonna really stick together. We're gonna really hang out, and everyone goes into their lives. Like for me, the only people in my life right now are the people I'm working with. There's no time for anything else. I have one best friend who's roaming around here because she's going to be hosting a show soon. Everyone else, unless you're working with me, I don't see you. I don't have time. And that's what it's like in the entertainment industry for most people. It's like your family. You see the people that you guys work with. You know, that's just how it is.
Yeah. But like, also how Heather and Dustin ended it, I really like that because in the past you've seen all these, there's always one couple for each season, and it'd be like, we're gonna be together, we're gonna try it out, we're gonna do it. This was like, we understand, we both want to accomplish all these things.
And my boyfriend did gay porn. And I'm not gonna forget it.
No, but it's like we live in different places, like we understand. So
But don't you think that the gay porn thing helped her say that?
I mean, I think if it had really, really stuck with her, she would have never gone back with him.
No, I disagree. I think that she was so addicted to him, she still didn't know how to get away from him. She was addicted.
I don't think.
And you're still in the house with them too.
Yeah, that's hard. I've dealt with that before. I've dealt with
Which part?
By the way, who hasn't been addicted to someone?
Gay porn, but I've dealt with seeing somebody who I've broken up with 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it sucks. It really, really sucks.
And then the day you break
that
up,
is a good point.
he hooks up with your worst enemy, who's been trying to steal him for the week she's been in the house.
I gotta go back to this. So how long have you been married?
4 months.
Oh, no way.
Okay,
Congratulations.
so 4 months. So
Congratulations.
Can we play a little role playing right now?
Thank you.
I'm gonna be the husband for 1 second.
Okay, I'm scared.
Val, I love you. You're special. I can't believe I'm so excited about our lives together.
God,
But there's been something deep down that I haven't been able to tell you, and I was always waiting for the right time. But I don't think the right time's ever gonna come. And now that we're married,
Whoa.
I just can't keep living this lie.
Whoa.
Before we met, a long time ago,
Long time ago.
I was in an adult-rated movie.
Okay.
It was kind of a hardcore one, and I know that's totally probably against your things, but it was one time, and it was back
Is this
there.
role playing
The
going
only
on?
other thing is, it was a gay one, but I'm not
Wow.
gay. It was
Right.
just for the money.
Wow.
And your
Wow.
turn.
Awkward pause, awkward pause, awkward pause. What the? that's you know,
That's what happened.
That's the kind of information you do before I do.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I feel like there'd be a little situation.
Do you think that's a deal breaker?
You know what? I can't say it's a deal breaker because not in the situation I'm in right now.
All right, well, let's get in our magic time machine. And it's 4 months and 1 day ago, and it's just before the wedding. Be like, I can't go through this unless I tell you.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
don't
big
know.
problem.
I don't know if it's a deal breaker again, but that's a huge problem. Just because I feel like any relationship is based out of trust, and you're gonna leave it till the week, whatever before.
Right. Okay. We
no.
get back in our time machine. We go back to.
All right, whoa.
I have this ring to ask you, but I have something to tell you first.
Oh.
Does that become a deal breaker?
No, that is so not romantic.
But we were asking earlier, like the guys over here have coined it "gay for pay." Do you believe that people can be gay for pay?
He said, "I'm not gay. I just did it for the money."
I don't think so.
So you would
That's right.
suspect that your boyfriend, who confesses to you about his gay porn past, was indeed gay.
Maybe not gay, maybe bisexual, some happy.
I don't think
There's something.
Well, wait.
don't know.
I was gonna
That's
say. I just
tricky.
want to ask you this, because the girls in this house, I keep saying it, and they remind me of people that I've been friends with in my past, and I've always tried to help these girls. Like, girl, calm down. Like, it ain't that serious. How long do you in a relationship? How long would you say? Because you spoke about trust, and that's what a relationship is. How long before you can really trust a person to give that type of commitment to?
No,
Would
I
you
only
say?
say that because something totally unrelated. I just feel like trust, that's a good point. I feel like there's people who've been married for years and known each other, and they're like, I know you from, I know the back of your hand better than you do, blah, 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 and then they go do something that
See,
is...
it happens all the
That's true.
time.
Does.
So I feel like,
Sometimes you don't even know your own mom. Sometimes you don't know your own dad. Like,
right. So I feel like in those kind of situations, you have to kind of go with your heart at the moment and go from there. Because you really, I don't think you can trust people.
So I'll give this to Heather and Dustin. I'll give them a little something.
Give them a bone.
They're working through a really serious problem, and I think that that's something that builds that type of trust, that they were able
It's
to
really
talk
serious but hilarious at the same time.
Exactly. But beyond that, we're about to wrap up, guys, here at the MTV Award gift suite. But before we do, I have a big crush on Leroy, who is the best character on The Real World. So I asked us all to join hands in silence for just how amazing
Leroy,
he was.
find your way.
And not only that, but he gave us an
cried.
episode last night.
He cried.
So just a quick moment of silence.
This is sweet.
Love you, Leroy. All right, guys, thank you so much, and thank you, Valerie, for joining us here. Thank you, Maria. Thank you, Brant, and of course, Emily. We'll be back next week with The Real World, and hopefully, Maria, you'll be able to join us. I love it. But thank you, guys, and we will see you later.
From producers Kevin Undergaro and Phil Svitek, engineer DJ Jesse Janity, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. If you have questions or comments, be sure to buzz us at info@AfterBuzzTV.com. And you can find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter by searching for AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.